Why does copyright duration vary by country? Have you ever wondered why the length of copyright protection can differ so much from one country to another? It's a fascinating topic that reveals a lot about how nations view creative works and intellectual property. Let's break it down. Copyright duration varies by country mainly because each nation creates its own copyright laws, influenced by international agreements. One key agreement is the Berne Convention, which most countries have joined. This treaty sets a minimum standard for copyright protection, usually the life of the author plus 50 years. However, countries can choose to extend this duration beyond the minimum, leading to variations worldwide. For instance, some countries have adopted longer terms, such as life plus 70 years or even life plus 100 years. This flexibility allows nations to balance the protection of creators with public access to creative works. Several factors influence these differences. First, international agreements like the Berne Convention establish baseline protections but allow countries to set longer terms. This means that countries can adjust their copyright laws based on their own legal and cultural contexts. Next, national legal systems and policy choices come into play. Countries tailor copyright duration based on their legal traditions and economic priorities. For example, developed nations such as those in the European Union and the United States often use life plus 70 years, while some countries in Asia may stick to the minimum of life plus 50 years. Economic considerations also play a role. Longer copyright terms can encourage creative production by giving authors and their heirs extended exclusive rights. This can potentially lead to greater economic returns for creators. However, longer terms also mean that works take longer to enter the public domain, which can affect access for everyone else. Cultural attitudes toward intellectual property further influence copyright duration. Different societies have varying views on the balance between protecting creators' rights and promoting public access to creative works. This cultural perspective can lead to different lengths of copyright protection. Technological advancements and the global nature of creative markets also affect how countries set their copyright terms. As technology evolves, some nations may try to harmonize their copyright laws to simplify international rights management. However, differences still exist due to each country's sovereignty over its intellectual property laws. Understanding these variations is essential for creators, businesses, and legal professionals managing rights across borders. It impacts licensing, enforcement, and when works become freely usable in different countries. Keeping track of these differences highlights the importance of consulting local laws and international treaties when dealing with copyright-protected works globally.